What if I told you that the secret to really understanding the modern casino isn't in some high-tech analysis, but hiding in a kid's toy? A toy that's been spun on tables for centuries. Well, today we're going to break down this wild connection between a simple dreidel and the cold, hard math of the house edge.
It sounds a little crazy, doesn't it? But stick with me here. This isn't about luck or superstition. It's about a fundamental lesson in probability, in pure strategy, that's literally built right into the four sides of a dreidel. And once you see it, you will never look at a casino bet the same way again.
So, most of us, we think of the dreidel as this harmless little holiday game, right? You play for chocolate coins. But if you strip all that away, in its purest form, it's a raw, zero-sum gambling game. It's all about pure chance and very specific actions, and it holds a critical lesson for any serious player out there.
Think of it like this. This ancient game is a perfect, simplified model of player versus player action. It's got the DNA of risk, reward, and bankroll management all baked right in. The exact same stuff that defines the high-stakes games we're all playing in casinos today. Okay, so let's dive into the mechanics. To really get this strategy, you have to understand what makes the dreidel so special. And it all comes down to its perfectly balanced, totally closed system. So just look at how this works. You've got four simple outcomes. None, where nothing happens, it's a push. Gimmel, that's the jackpot, you take it all. Hey, you got a piece of the action, half the pot. And shin, you got to put one in. The key here is that money only ever moves between the players. No one else is taking a cut. And yeah, that's the textbook definition of a zero-sum game. For you to win, someone else has to lose that exact amount. The total pot of money in the game never actually changes, it just moves around the table. You gotta hold on to that idea. It is absolutely critical. So what's the big lesson here? Well, the dreidel is, by its very design, a low-volatility game. That means you don't see these massive, wild swings in your chip stack very often. The most common result is none, nothing. It's a slow burn. And that pace, it teaches you discipline. It trains you to sit there and endure these long stretches of small, insignificant outcomes, all while waiting for that one big hit, that gimmel. All right, so how does this all connect to the casino? This is where it gets really good. See, the casino takes this perfect, balanced game, and they introduce a brilliant, devastating twist. They add an invisible player to every single hand, every spin, every roll. I mean, the difference couldn't be clearer. With the dreidel, it's a fair fight, player versus player. But in a casino, it's always player versus the house. And the house rigs the game. They build in a permanent penalty, like you're forced to land on shin a little bit every single time, ensuring a piece of the action always goes to them. And that is the house edge. It's that tiny percentage, that invisible, mathematically ironclad guarantee that over time, money is only going to flow in one direction. Into the casino's cage. The casino doesn't need luck, They just need you to keep playing. So if you can't beat the house edge, and let's be clear, you can't, how do you play? Well, this is where that lesson from the dreidel comes roaring back. The smart player, what we call a comp hustler, they don't even try to beat the game. No, they change the entire objective. See, the comp hustler isn't chasing that life-altering jackpot. They know that's a fool's errand against the house edge. The real goal, the smart play, is to stay in the game as long as you possibly can, keeping your risks super low so you can extract a completely different kind of value from the casino. And here it is, the playbook laid bare. First, you pick the low-volatility games, the ones that play just like that slow-burn dreidel game. This lets you maximize your time on the device, which is what the casino is rating you on. By keeping your risk low, you're minimizing your theoretical loss to the house, all while you're racking up the real prize, the comps, the free suites, the gourmet dinners, the show tickets. That's your profit. So this whole strategy, it forces you to completely redefine what it even means to walk away from a casino as a winner. It's not about getting lucky. It's about endurance. It's about a whole new way of looking at the game. Just think about it like this for a second. The casino is laying siege to your bankroll with its relentless mathematical edge. The true victory isn't hitting some random jackpot. The real miracle is surviving that siege long enough to walk away with value on your terms. That's strategic play, not just wishful thinking. So here's the ultimate takeaway. The smart player understands the game they're really in. They play the long game. They make the small, disciplined moves, and they leave that casino with tangible value, whether their wallet is stuffed with cash or not. And that's the question you've got to ask yourself before you place your next bet.
Are you just chasing that 1 in a million jackpot gimel, or are you playing the long game? Because the answer, well, that's what separates the tourist from the true operator, and it just might change how you play forever. And that about wraps up this deep dive. This content was provided compliments of our Casino Combat podcast. Copyright 2025 Volcanic Dingo LLC. All rights reserved. And just a final reminder, this is all for entertainment. If you or somebody you know has a gambling problem and wants some help, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Win more, keep more, and we'll see you in the lounge.